Well, welcome back to thepracticalprepper.com. Out here this morning, it's mid-October, and what I'm doing is I'm getting all the trees that I planted and the smaller plants protected from sun scald and anything over the winter, and keeping the rabbits from nipping off them. This particular plant that you see right here, this tree is a black locust. This will end up being one of our overstories, and we've got several of those through here, along with some autumn olives, and we've got some honey locust as well. The honey locust seemed to be growing slower, but these were much more substantial trees when we bought them, so they're doing pretty well. This was the bag that was on them. I've changed what I'm using, so this is going to go away, and we're going to go with this tubing right here, which I ordered from Grow Organic or Peaceful Valley Farms. They had it. Other places had the same stuff. The nice thing is that it kind of grows and expands with the trees. You can also cut it. So if I'll have some little ones, like I've got a little Scotch broom here I'm going to protect. I'm going to cut a short one, put it over the top, move the stake in next to it, and then use my plastic tape here to tape it off really tight. That'll keep it protected from the elements and from the small animals and give it a chance to kind of grow. Another thing that I'm doing is I had done this before, but if you'll notice these tags, these are aluminum permanent tags with wire, and I've been tagging everything that's in here. As I get more varieties, I don't quite have the grasp on all of them. I don't remember what all of them are, and if I give tours, people can look at these, and in the future then people can see these. So these are really nice. They actually come in a pack like so, and these are Impresso tags, and they're really simple. They're just aluminum tags. They're two-sided, but one side, yeah, you could write on both sides, but one side is nice and clean. Comes with a wire, and then all you need is a ballpoint pen. And the nice thing is, if the ballpoint pen doesn't have any more ink, that's fine, because you don't use ink here. It uses just in the impression. These are going to last a very long time, whereas the little plastic ones, as you can see from the nurseries, well, they come off, disappear, and blow in the wind, and then you don't know. You can also put other things in here. You can put the date that you planted them. You can write down a code for if you used a certain mix in the soil that you threw around it. So you can do a lot of different things with it. So as I go through, I'm making sure all of that's done. But for these bags worked really well. You put them on as one piece. When you do the tree, you slide it over and cut it or tear it. I haven't actually found this stuff on the market. I wouldn't mind finding some, but this stuff I just think is going to do a little better job. It's real simple to put on. And actually, if you've got something that doesn't have branches or few branches, you can literally do just what I'm doing, and I'm just twisting it on the tree. So rather than cutting this tube, I'm just going to go ahead and leave it that whole length. Now, a couple things this will do at the bottom: it'll keep the rabbits from getting and nibbling on the bottom 6 inches of your trees and shrubs. So it'll keep them out of that, give them some time to grow. And then this one's pretty strong, and the stake's pretty good, so this is probably enough. So this guy's ready to go. It's tagged, it's covered, it's staked, and it's strapped, so it's ready for winter. At this point, nothing out here is getting irrigated. We shut that off, and I think I showed you a little bit of getting that shut down. So I'm going to do one more over here. This is a Scotch broom that's taken some abuse, and I'm going to show you real quick the setup I'm going to use for that. And that's for the smaller plants. That's to give them another chance. I'm not willing to write them off yet. Let's see what happens over the year and what happens in the spring, and they could just absolutely take off in the spring. So let's move over and we'll do this one. Okay, so we've moved over to the other plant I'm going to do now, and this is the reason I can tell you. The plant's right here. It got a little bit broken. Something stepped on it, and it's a Scotch broom. The other thing that I've done is that this is so small, I've kind of left this on just for fun. But what I've also done is gone back and if I can't mark the plant, I mark the stake next to it. And I think that's going to be real handy. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move this stake. I'm also going to make a slight change now in the emitter location. So the emitter for this one is right here. It's directly uphill of it. Water will go down, penetrate, and gravitate down toward the roots. And the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put this stake right in next to it. I'm going to take some of my material. And I'm going to kind of determine how much I think I need. And this one I don't need a lot. So again, a whole another piece to use somewhere else. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it over the Scotch broom, and I'm going to put it up against the stake, and then I'm going to strap this to the stake with some of my flex tape. It's a little more tricky when you don't have a lot of plant to work with, but you really want these. This is such a good spot for a Scotch broom. I really want it to work here, so I'm willing to invest a little more time and effort here. Okay, that's looking better. I'll go up a little higher, see if we can get a little better purchase there. Small plants, it's just all about getting in just the right spot. There, perfect. That will work out great. So I'll finish tying this guy off. Okay, good. So now this particular plant, the Scotch broom, and just for fun, I'm going to drop it in the tube. It's completely protected for the season, for the year. If I need to give it water, I can just come down and hit some water here, go right downhill. So this I'm doing on all of the plants, all the trees that need some protection. We'll do that for the winter. It'll also help us locate things in the spring when we have a whole bunch of fallen material or debris. Once I have all this done, then I'm free to go ahead, chop, drop, and then remulch in over the top of it for the winter. And then we're good to go until spring. So anyway, neat little stuff, nice material to use, and a good idea for your orchard or your plants that you're trying to nurture. So thanks for being with us. Take care.